So we can attack the monster normally. We can launch a strong attack. We can heal. We got various checks in there also to see whether we won. One thing we're not doing is we're not resetting the game after we won. We're also not asking the user for an initial max health value. Right now we're hard coding this to be 100. I said that I want to let the user of the game, of this app, of this website choose that value. And what we're also not doing is we're not utilizing this bonus life. Now let's maybe start with the bonus life. The idea behind the bonus life is that if we're low on health and we would die, like now if I click attack and the monster hits us, we would very likely die, then we actually don't die, but instead we consume this bonus life and we got, well, time or an opportunity to come back. Okay, so I didn't die, now I should die, I lost. And here we shouldn't lose, but instead consume the bonus life, freeze our health, so don't reduce our health for this turn, and thereafter we have a chance to heal back up, or if it was close, maybe now launch an attack towards the monster that kills it, and therefore we have one chance to recover throughout the entire game, even if we then restart it later. So this is the idea behind the bonus life. Where should this bonus life come in there for? Well, the end round function makes sense because this is where we check whether we lost, and here actually, before we check this, we should check whether we have a bonus life. So in here, we can add another if statement and check if the current player health is smaller or equal than 0, which means we would be dead. And now I also want to check if we still have our bonus life. Now for that, since it's exactly 1 which we can consume, I'll add a new variable up there, which I'll name has bonus life. And I give it this strange name because this will actually hold true initially. So this is now a variable that just holds a Boolean value, true or false. Not a truthy or falsy value, but a real Boolean. And Boolean variables are typically named like this, where you kind of indicate what you're trying to control here. So here has bonus life. In other programs, you might have something like is logged in to indicate whether the user is logged in or not, which also makes sense to be true or false. Of course, we don't have that here, but that would be another example. So here bonus life has bonus life is true, and therefore here I can check if we would be dead and we have a bonus life. So if this is true. Now we can't just check this like that. You could say equals true with triple or double equal signs, and that would not be wrong, that would work. But as I also showed you on the falsy truthy slide, if you just reference a variable without a comparison operator, JavaScript will actually try to convert this to true or false and then take this in its condition. And here, of course, this conversion is really easy because there is nothing to convert. This is a real Boolean. It is true, so JavaScript will check if this is true and this is true, which means we would be dead, but we do have a bonus life. And in that case, I'll set the has bonus life variable to false because now we lost our bonus life. And I will call remove bonus life, which is a function provided in vendor.js, which will in the end just update the UI. And now I also want to make sure that our health is now not below 0. So actually here at the beginning of the end round function, I'll log in the user's health before the monster hits him. So initial player life is here set equal to current player health. Maybe also name this health therefore. So initial player health is equal to current player health. Thereafter the monster hits us and the current player health is reduced. But since we stored a copy here in initial player health is not affected by changes in current player health. And therefore here we can set back the current player health to the initial player health. So we reset it to the health before the monster hit us. That's what our bonus life does here. Now let's just also inform the player about his luck and say, you would be dead, but the bonus life saved you. And of course, also make sure we update the UI appropriately by using a function you find in vendor.js, and that's the setPlayerHealth function, which just updates the player health bar. You simply pass it the health to which it should be set. So here, that's of course the initial player health, to which we also reset our in-game health. And with that, now let's save it, reload this game, and now attack the monster a couple of times so that we would die. And now we would normally be dead, but the bonus life saved us. And indeed here, we got a little bit of health left. So maybe let's try heal up. And now we won. You also see the bonus life was removed here. So that's the bonus life, again, with some if checks implemented. Here also with a variable which we don't compare to anything, which again, we could do, but it's simply redundant, because if you don't add a comparison operator, JavaScript will try to coerce this value to true or false, which here is simple because it is a real Boolean, and therefore we can use it like this in the condition, and hence this works.